Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Well, Fat Druid has been doing pretty well, and I have to say, I am really liking the Recombobulator. He's actually pretty fantastic. He's going to just utterly fail sometimes, but it's one of those cases where you're usually not going to lose much. It's kind of a low-risk gamble. There is some chance that your thing will somehow get worse, or potentially screw you. But it's pretty unlikely that you'll get something that has a horrible drawback, or something that is immensely weaker than the minion that you're already targeting. Because you're always going to target something that has small stats because it has a powerful battle cry, or something that has taken a bunch of damage, it's already softened up, it's going to die anyway, so you might as well just replace it. So there's usually not much to lose, and potentially a lot to gain. It's not as ridiculous as Unstable Portal, which is friggin'... It's why I hate the RNG stuff. I've come to appreciate just how stupid the Unstable Portal is. This is definitely a coin out 2 cost guys sort of game, so let's start with that, based on my hand. Yeah, when you're playing a mage now, you put in 2 Unstable Portals in your deck, just because sometimes you're going to get lucky, and it's going to win you the game for no reason. It's so good at sometimes winning you the game for no reason. I mean, it's rarely bad, because it replaces itself with another card. You know that card will be a minion, and it's going to cost 3 less than normal. So, the worst case is you get some cheap minion. You still play it for free, so it's like you paid 2 mana for a 1 mana minion or something like that. You can get something that has a horrible drawback and is otherwise useless to you, but usually you're going to get something that is semi-okay-ish. I should probably save this. I'm not going offensive Arcane Golem. I'm not crazy like those guys. Not too keen on using him to bounce these guys either, though. But I really should be putting something out to maintain momentum. I don't have any mechs in my hand. If I play him, I'm going to immediately start picking up mechs. I guess if he wasn't dead, I could use this, but this guy's almost certainly going to kill him. I'm just going to play him. I always screw up when I try and weigh too heavily the value of saving guys for some battlecry trick. I always get messed up. I'm better off just putting him out there. I'm losing 1/1 of stats and stuff, but it's not the worst. Hit this instead, hit this instead. Ogre time. He hit another good target, more or less. Yeah, it still worked out okay. This is such a stupid weapon. I can see why you might take it in the arena. If you're farther along in your thing and you haven't got many weapons yet, you're like, I'm a warrior, I need some weapons. It does do the damage, but I would really try and avoid it, because it's junk. I don't have anything too exciting to do. We're just going to drop the Warden, hit for 1. Putting him out preemptively when there are no enemies on the board is kind of weak, although I guess it could... It's not even a bad target for his weapon. He only takes 1 damage and he half kills it, so... My other stuff to play was just not that impressive either. Whereas I would like to be able to use the Wolf Rider and kill her, for example. It's not going to happen this turn. I could go Wolf Rider, Power the Wild. And he would have 4 attack. This would have 2, he would have 2. Just go all out on my opponent? They would all be able to survive 1 whirlwind attack. I'm not sure what the best way is. I mean, I could also just use him, suicide on that, trade this. I still have to Power the Wild to get enough damage to kill her with it, though. Although I guess I could Kung Fu her. That would take a bunch of damage, but not spend my Power the Wild, and then I would have the 1/1s for when I do Power the Wild. It's not really that exciting either way, is it? I know the Dragonling mechanic could also be doing good stuff, but... Let's just do this. And then I'm going to actually not break it, which is probably the dumbest possible way, because yeah, especially Warrior actually has several cards that take advantage of things being damaged, but I don't know. I would really like her to just hit him, and I kind of wishful thinking is usually a bad decision, so I really should have just traded him to kill that. Oh well. Yeah, see, there's one of those Warrior things. Stupid commanding shout. Ooh. Alright. Annoyatron. Yay. I'm gonna do that. Now, this is a play where once I have 8 mana, I could actually go Arcane Golem, bounce Arcane Golem again. Once he has enough mana that the drawback is irrelevant. So I technically have 8 damage in my hand for finishing. Cleave bad. Damn it. That dragon would have been nice for killing him and not dying, you know. Can't kill him with... Now I could do 2 damage to this guy and then recombobulate her, which is not the ultimate, but I think I'm going to do it. And we'll see where things stand.
You might feel a little tingle.
Might feel just a tiny tingle there.
The power of the winds.
I'm getting a lot of bad rolls with him. I mean, it's so random that you are going to get a lot of bad ones, but not the greatest stuff right now. That's okay. We're just going to kill him and Kung Fu. We're going to leave the Kokron alive. It's fine. I'm not going to give him the extra mana right now because it might help him out. Next turn I could potentially do the 8 damage rush. It's probably not worth it. I mean, it's something I should do to finish him. That's a good recombobulate target. Give you a card. Trog's pretty stupid. So I could Starfire him, which would be awesome, sort of, except it would boost the Trog. Don't feed the Trogs. Now, this guy only gets +1 attack, so it might actually even be worth Starfiring him, because he's the one I'm more worried about. I'd like to Starfire my opponent. He'd be down to 10, and then I could Kung Fu him. That'd be a good way to knock him down to 1 next turn, potentially. Or 3 if he armors up. But, I think I should probably blow up one of the guys. And then see what I get for a card. I hate wasting it like this. I guess we're going to kill him. He's going to do just as much damage as that guy. I probably don't have a lot of spells. Why couldn't I have drawn that first? That would have been a much better play for this turn, and then Starfire next turn. It's the order you draw things, man. If I had him first, and I used him to draw the other one, I would have been like, oh, this is pretty cool. Wait, he got...
Try this.
Oh, yeah, okay. For a second, I was thinking I gave him +2 with my spell. I was like, what, did they change him? No, it's +1 and then +1 from the wolf. I am kind of in trouble now, though. That is quite an army. That should help. There's Mr. Recombobulator. I'm going to have to Mark of Nature this thing for taunt, though. Just to hopefully abate this army a little bit, although it's not helping that I'm boosting him up even further. Still, hopefully this will take out 2 of those guys. I might be using him for life, which I really hate to do.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
No, now he's up to 6, so we can do that and then weapon it. He just took a lot of damage, though. I am going to have to do this for life, and I might just die anyway. I might actually have to use... Oh, that's not helping. And he's armoring up. No, okay. I'm probably going to have to waste this on killing things just to not die. I need the life more than the cards now, as much as I'd like the cards. kill with this? I mean, he's the biggest, but really he's doing just as much damage, and he can actually be manipulated to do more. I hate doing it with this because he can almost survive that, and not quite, but yeah. So, I have managed to lose this game. Things did not go my way. I'm sure it's in part due to my plans, although I don't think holding those two guys back was dumb, really. It just... well, that's not good. That is good. I don't think it's actually going to save me. But we're going to play him. And we're going to kill a mofo. And we're going to return him to my hand, just in case this guy were to keep me alive long enough, even though it should be impossible. Technically, my opponent doesn't have enough stuff out to kill him and me, but he needs 1 damage. He just needs 1 more damage to get me. So, I'm assuming I'm dead.
Time for a little blood.
Also, he's regaining hit points like crazy. I'm not going to have a lot of army here. That's a lot more stuff. But I did technically survive, which is pretty funny. Wow. So this isn't even a bluff. This guy would actually give me a force tank max. Thing is, it means I'm not using Kung Fu. I can gain 5 life from him. That puts me at 6. And then this guy kills one of them. Probably him, because there's more risk of him getting buffed up to kill me than this guy. This is getting a little bit insane. I am going to lose, but it's going to be, like, crazy weird.
Challenge accepted.
Can't believe this is not a bluff. But it's not going to help me either, because the force tank's going to come out and not be able to attack.
Behold the might of
No, okay, he got me. I wasn't going to win that. But I just kept sort of hanging on, almost. It was interesting. Okay, well now we just have to win more. It is now sudden death. I think if my card drawing Drake had come before the Starfall, I might have been able to pull that off. Maybe I'm just deluding myself. But I think that Drake would have been out there, it would have ended up killing something, whether he used stuff to kill it, or whether it killed something, or did damage to him. If he ignored it and did damage to me, he would have been dead. Well, maybe not, because the Starfall does take a lot of mana, so I couldn't have done that and my combo play. But still, I don't know. I think it would have changed things a lot in my favor. This is kind of a slow hand, and the worst thing is, my hand could actually get worse as I pitch all of these guys. It could actually get slower. I tried, but that's not too bad. I don't know, the Mark of Nature is flexible and powerful, but it still has that not a minion problem. It's so not Blessing of Kings. That's the real thing. Blessing of Kings costs 1 more mana and can't give you taunt. Blessing of Kings is crazy strong. And yeah, the Velen's Chosen also doesn't give taunt, but it gives 2 attack and 4 health, and you usually end up using this for the health, so... damn. Well, I'm going to do this. We're going to have Spider Wars.
Put this apple on your head.
My opponent can, like, hit and then heal. I can hit and then Kung Fu. So, who really wins? I think the plan is to get Harvest Golem going there. Although, if I kill that, like, this guy's gonna go crazy, eh? So, I should probably actually Kung Fu him. I'll take some damage, but I won't give away all those free hits. Getting him out would be pretty good. It's just 2 free damage. It won't kill this. It might kill my spiders. which is pretty obnoxious in its own right. No, but he'll also have the spiders. That's why it's not good. Okay. No, we're going to... It's going to slow down my offense a little bit here. But, yeah, we are going to take that guy out. I think it would have worked out way more in his favor if I had fallen into the spider dagger trap. I don't like spider throwers. It's impolite. Well, that was unexpected. Crazy giant, actually giant spider. Now, I could do the same kind of, I could give mine +4 attack and kill it, and maybe I should, because if I put this out, he's just going to get stomped, right? Alright. I mean, we each spent a spell. This game is not going my way at all, though. It's not like he's gaining a lot of ground, but every play is just not going my way and I'm not being able to use my mana effectively based on the demands of the situation. And now he got out the Micro Machine without me having something out there to kill it right away. And he can even potentially keep down my stuff with them. That's bad. And I want to get Micro Machined out of existence. Now, I can play him and that, or I can play him and Kung Fu something. Wasting healing. Okay, so you didn't have anything better to do, but that's not necessarily a good sign. He's in a perfectly fine position. He doesn't need to do much right now. We're going to go Golem, and better to kill a spider or get out a... I assume it's better to get out the Crocolisk. I could be wrong, but having more things out means I have more options for this. He was going to be able to kill something anyway, and if he kills that, and then a spider kills his chum, makes sense. Or he might want to keep this alive, just hit me for the damage, and force me to trade something for it. Although if he does that, then he might not get his favorite book. I was worried about that. That's not good. But he actually is not as bad as it looks, because he still can't kill everything with the 1/1s, right? I'm still going to have somebody to kill this guy. So, yeah. That looked strong, but it was not actually the end of the world. And what's bad is I've got no good plays at all. I'm going to have to just direct damage Starfire my opponent for the card, which is a horrible kind of waste of a card.
Job's done.
Again, I could have drawn this instead, and before that, you know. That, not good timing with that Starfire. If their positions in my deck had been switched, things would have been better for me. Because I'd have one left to do that, maybe. So I could Power of the Wild this guy up to 5 to kill that if I Kung Fu it first. This is still like a horrible, like obnoxious sort of bad play for me. As much as I like the double Power of the Wilds, I think I've got to play him and then play a Panther to set myself up for a better play with him. I'm not using one of my mana every goddamn turn. It's pretty bad. If I play this guy, something bad's going to happen to him. There's no way it's going to work out, because my opponent only needs 2 more damage plus this bubble to take him out. Oh boy. I don't know. I'm going to play him.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
Because if there's like a Shadow Word Pain or something, it'll take him out, and then I'll have this guy as follow-up. I don't like this play. This whole game has just not been working for me in terms of mana curve, and I don't know if you can say that's why I'm going to lose, but I've definitely had to be very reactive, and it's not working out well for me. Shadow Boxer. Okay, so he doesn't have like a direct way to just like trash this guy, which is a plus. Now, I could play this. That's 5 damage. If I Kung Fu that, I'm going to be pretty badly hurt. But then I could kill it with him. And these two guys can still take him out pretty easily, though. Although I could hit one, I could kill that and then heal him. No, if I heal him, it'll trigger that. Oh, it's all kinds of bad every which way. Could put him out and he'd be a 2/8. But I don't have enough mana to do both of those and Kung Fu. Man, just nothing works out right this game. I could Kung Fu, take that out, hit him with that, and then heal him with this guy. Something would take 1 damage randomly. He'd be at 4 or 3 health. And I would still have 6 mana to play this, and then maybe buff my guys. Okay, that's what we're going to do. This has got to be not the right move. Oh, don't have enough mana for that. Okay. So that's what we're trying. This is not good. But it's possible this would be a pain for my opponent. If he has a Shadow Madness, I'm so screwed. That works pretty well, too. Now he can trade his forces for my otherwise superior forces. So, or he can just beat me down, because my health is way low. Now, beating me down would be risky, although if he has any direct damage, he could finish me easily. Since a lot of the priest direct damage does like 5. Ooh, that's really bad with the extra ogre damage. That was horrendously bad. I'm so toast now. He's still going to have to get around this guy, but I don't think that's going to stop him. I don't know. There are different ways I could have played that. I don't think that, even though there were some odd choices, some hard choices to make, I don't know what I could have really done against this. Wow, that is so bad. Yeah, wow. Three, 8, this. I'm pretty toast.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
No matter what I do, I'm going to let him get away with using his bubble to do all the damage to this guy, which is pretty bad. So I'm going to have to take him out otherwise, but not much I can do about it. There's no coming back from this. I mean, he could have, even in a constructed deck without the arena, he could easily have, well, okay, now it really doesn't matter. He could easily had a lot of spells that do 5 damage, but yeah, whatever. Well, there it goes. It was a decent deck. Not a fabulous deck, but I liked it. I thought it could have gone further. Still, 4 wins is perfectly respectable. I did lose my first game, which doesn't help. So, let's see what we've got. Not a whole lot of gold. And nope, nothing especially interesting. I'm not sure if I had 2 vitality totems. I'm not sure if I care. But anyway, well, I'm just going to have to see what I can go with. See if I can do anything a little bit more interesting next time. If you found that useful or entertaining, or if you enjoy cookies, hit the like button. And check out Tales from My D&D Campaign on youtube.com/Demonac.